Hello friends, I welcome you all to EduTap. So today we have brought for you a very important lecture. Today we'll be covering agriculture and rural development current affairs from the month of February. So this ARD current affairs from the month of February would be covered in 2 videos, and this is your first part under that videos only. So see here, agriculture current affairs are important for the exams of NABARD Grade A and IBPS AFO 2019 because we'll be covering 2019 current affairs, and you can also refer to our previous videos in which we have covered January current affairs also. Okay, here you can see the various courses which are being offered by us. You can choose from any of these courses. See, NABARD Grade A of 2019 has a very important portion of agriculture which is asked in the phase 1 and as well as phase 2. Then IBPS AFO 2019, again agriculture is important in the phase 2 exam. So as per your requirement, you can choose from the various courses which are being offered by us if you are preparing for RBI, SEBI, NABARD, and even we are offering the combo courses. So coming back to your lecture, let us start with your February month current affairs. This is your part 1 video. After this video, we'll be coming up with part 2 as well. So let us start. Let us see what is your very first news related to your agriculture and rural development current affairs section. So this is about the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme, PM Kisan scheme. Basically, this is a very important scheme. It was recently announced in the interim budget, which was announced on February 1st of 2019. So under this budget, particularly the scheme which is providing the direct benefit income support to the farmers of the small and marginal category is important. Okay. So this is important. Keep in mind this is the PM Kisan scheme, and see important features I have mentioned here. Quickly you can just go through them. That income support direct means that the money would be given transferred in the bank account of the farmer. So a support of rupees 6,000 per annum would be given to the farmers. Actually this is, you can see this direct income support of rupees 6,000 would be there in the 2 installments, so that actually the farmer is able to buy the inputs which are required for the farming. So this is going to benefit 12 crore small and marginal farmers. So let us see what are the features of the scheme. Quickly, I have told you that rupees 6,000 per year would be given, but the important thing is that it would be given only to the vulnerable land holding farmer families. That means who have a land which is cultivable up to 2 hectares. So that means that if you have land like more than 10 hectares, that basically means if you are not in the category of small and marginal farmers, you will not be availing the benefits of this particular scheme. So related to this categorization also we are going to cover in this scheme only, in this particular video only. We'll come back to that later. First let us see what are the other features. Okay, so installments of rupees 2,000 are there, not 3,000. I'm sorry about that. So 3 equal installments of rupees 2,000 each would be given to the farmer, and around 12 crore farmers are expected to be benefited. So government has earmarked an expenditure of money of rupees 75,000 crore. Another important thing is that it will be effective from the 1st December 2018 itself. This is important. You have to keep in mind that usually what happens is once the scheme is announced, it takes place after the month of the announcement. But this is taking place retrospectively. So the 1st December 2018 is the time from which this is going to take place. So first installment would be from December to March. Okay, March of 2019. So these are some important feature of PM Kisan scheme. Do keep them in mind, and we'll be done with this news. Okay, a very important and interesting news, World Pulses Day 2019. So February 10th was celebrated as the World Pulses Day all over. See, it is a global event basically, and India has a very important role here. I will tell you that we had covered that FAO has decided to mark 2023 as the International Year for Millets. So that was actually the effort by India only, and India is also planning to diversify its cropping pattern towards pulses. So this is very important. Now see, International Year of Pulses was 2016, which was celebrated, and now the day particular World Pulses Day is being celebrated from then on February 10th. So basically to heighten the public awareness and the neutral benefits of the eating pulses and what are the environmental implications also, people are going to be made aware through this particular celebration. So here I have mentioned that 2016 was the year on which it was adopted, and to mark that day, the adoption by UN General Assembly, this is being celebrated as the World Pulses Day. So yes, that would be it. Now next news is about the inauguration of mega food parks. See, one or the other mega food parks are being inaugurated because this is a flagship scheme of the government. The mega food parks, food processing industry is given a big boost through this particular scheme. But see, not for you, it is not only important to know the name of the food parks but also the scheme. Okay, let us see what this news is about. So Union Minister of State has actually inaugurated Sikariya Mega Food Park. Now this is in Agartala, Tripura. So the first mega food park of the northeastern state of Tripura. Now, and with these two mega food parks, there are two. There is one other mega food park recently which was announced. That was the Himachal Pradesh. It was in Una. So now there are 18 food parks in the country under the mega food park scheme. Okay. So about the scheme only, you can see here it was launched way back in 2008. So government is actually now the boost is being given to the food processing industry, as it is being touted as the sunshine industry. That means India has a major scope being the agriculture country. So government is providing the financial assistance up to rupees 50 crore to set up various infrastructure facilities whichever are required for the processing of food. So the key objective is actually to reduce the wastage, obviously the perishables, because we even do not have the storage capability. So perishable foods, the horticulture is a very important part here. Are you able to link that government is pushing the cropping of the horticulture? Cropping is being pushed by the government, and on the other hand we are lacking the infrastructure for its storage. So if we are not able to store it, what if we are able to process it? That would become very important for our economy also. So just go through it, that India actually wants to raise its share in the food processing industry from 1.5 to 3%. That means you are aiming to double our food processing share in the world. So yes, this is it. Another very important scheme, Atal Bhujal Yojana. Now this is important. Anyhow, financial assistance from World Bank is coming, so it becomes all the more important. So World Bank has approved this Atal Bhujal Yojana for its financial assistance. So that means it is a scheme of rupees 6,000 crore, and the money is going to be shared between our government and World Bank. So 50-50 pattern is there. Keep this pattern in mind. Okay, you have to know that is it fully funded. It can be asked in the examination that is it fully funded by the World Bank, or is it funded only 25%, 75%. But you know it is 50% funded by World Bank. So it is a central sector scheme, obviously, because government, central sector and central sponsored scheme we have discussed, hai na? So central sector scheme of the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development, Ganga Rejuvenation. Keep this ministry's in mind. Whatever important ministries are there which release the scheme, they become important for us. So scheme is going to be implemented for a 5-year duration starting from 18-19 year to 2023. So World Bank is going to assist it, and the important thing is that this scheme will also facilitate the convergence of the ongoing government schemes. So I'll just give you an example. We had covered that there were like schemes like Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, Fasal Bima Yojana. So these schemes actually have sub-components which were earlier their full-fledged schemes only. So that is what the aim of this scheme, that once it is rolled out, then it is going to take under it the different schemes which are functioning related to the same. So basically the scheme Bhujal Yojana, groundwater is being talked about. Bhujal means groundwater. So encouraging community involvement for the management of the proper management of the groundwater is important here. So as you know, India is a very large consumer of the groundwater, especially the agriculture. So this schemes become very important, and it has its relevance not only of the national level but international level, because if groundwater table is depleting, India has such a huge population. So that is why World Bank is involved here. So that is it about Atal Bhujal Yojana. So this is your new categorization of farmers. See, I told you about the categorization of farmers in the PM Kisan scheme. So this was recently notified on PIB. So I have taken it from taken this from here, the PIB. Now let us see what is this categorization of the farmer. So they have just the Ministry of Agriculture has just notified this particular categorization, that what class, the size class or the land size of a particular farmer to be classified has to be. See, if a farmer has a land which is below 1 hectares, he would be considered marginal, 1 to 2 small. So now you will be able to relate that the PM Kisan scheme is actually up to the 2 hectare land ownership of the farmers. That means marginal and small farmers only. Okay, then small and medium 2 to 4, medium farmers 4 to 10, and if you have the land above 10 hectares or even 10 hectare, you would be considered a large category farmer. Okay. So you can see here also the 3 social groups are there. This was about the size class, but social groups are also there, SC, ST and others. So average highest land holding size is in the state of Nagaland, which is followed by Punjab. Okay, so yes, that is it. 5 size classes, go through them. They were actually notified in the Agri Census of 2015-16. We had covered that, but this is now this has now come by PIB, wherein the SC, ST and others have also been notified. This was just this news was added so that you are able to recall and you are able to relate it to your PM Kisan also. Okay, last news from this section. Let us see what is this. Government has hiked the MSP of sugar. Now again, sugar is a very important commodity which is consumed in India, and sugar canes are also important for us, for our farmers. So this news is important. See, ₹2 hike has been given by a government. That means earlier the MSP of sugar was ₹29 per kg, but now it has become ₹31. Now this would help the millers to clear the farmers' dues. So farmers actually, there is this mechanism in India where the sugarcane has to go to the mills, and then the MSP or whatever their deficit money, that is given by government to the mill. So basically you can see that the direct contact between the farmers and the government is through mills. That is why this MSP is playing such a big role here. So that means mills cannot sell sugar in the open market less than this. So that means if they are MSPs increase, they are selling the sugar at a higher rate, they would be getting more money, and thus they would be able to clear the dues of the farmer. Okay, just go through it. India has okay, so I have a question for you related to this. Tell me which state is the largest sugarcane producing state in the country. Okay, this is your task. This is very easy. You have to tell it, just mention it below, find out if you do not know, and then let me know. So yes, we are done with your part 1 covering the February news from the agriculture. Most of them were agriculture only. So we'll be coming up with the part 2 also. And in case you guys have any query, please call us or even WhatsApp us at 8146-207-241. You can also drop us a mail straight away, hello@edutap.co.in. And for knowing our courses, I would recommend you to visit our website www.edutap.co.in. And if you like the video, if you find the content useful, if you think that it is going to be helpful, then please do not forget to click like, do subscribe to our channel EduTap, and share this video. And also I would like to tell you that if you are new to EduTap, you are not the member of our Telegram channel, this is the link of our Telegram channel. It is also in the description below. You can just go there, be a member of our Telegram group, and you can download the PDF of this lecture and previous ones also, so that you can revise it later. Okay, so that would be it from this lecture. See you in the next video, guys. Till then, keep learning. Wishing you all a very happy learning from the team EduTap.